Hello everyone, today I'll be reviewing the Bad Batch attack shuttle. Spoilers for the Bad Batch show and Season 7 of the Clone Wars. First up we have Crosshair, and he becomes one of the main villains of the Bad Batch. He is the only clone on Clone Force 99, aka the Bad Batch, who feels the effects of the command chip implemented to turn the clones evil. That's a look at his helmet right here, and that's a look at his face. He has some front printing, some back printing, and some leg printing, and he has a blaster rifle. Next up, we have Tech, and he is the genius of the group, and he has some nice front printing, nice leg printing, some nice back printing, but it's covered up by this backpack. And he has this very nicely made helmet, and if you take it off, you can see his face, one with goggles and one that looks like he's thinking. And he also comes with this hair piece, like widow's peak hair, and you could put it on him. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Next up we have Wrecker, who has this special armor piece made for him with some printing on the side. And he has the helmet that was introduced for the Invincible Iron Man in 2017. And this is a look at his face. Yeah, he has that one whitened eye. And you actually get to see what his torso looks like in a second, because he has the exact same as our next minifigure, Hunter, which is basically the main or the leader of the Clone Force 99 Bad Batch. And yeah, he has the same torso and legs as Wrecker. He just doesn't have an armor piece. And he has a helmet that's the same as Crosshair's and our next minifigure. But taking it off, you could see he has some face printing, which is just kind of painted on one side. And then moving to the back, you can see he has another. And he too has a hairpiece. It's one that's been used for a lot of characters, and he has a knife. Finally, we have Echo, and he's technically not a part of the Bad Batch. He was one of the regular clones, but he was enhanced when he was thought to be dead in the Clone Wars. And yeah, now he just joined up with the Bad Batch. He's got some nice front printing, leg printing, back printing, and arm printing, because his right arm was replaced with a robotic arm. And if you look in the back, you could see a really weak looking face. Yeah, he gets pretty pale in the show because of what happened to him. And yeah, that will do it for Echo. And finally, we have a Gonk Droid. Now, this is kind of like a Star Wars meme, but, you know, these Gonk Droids, this one's pretty nice. Yeah, that's kind of his feet, and he doesn't really have any arms. That's just how he's designed to be. Or I don't know if it's a he or she, I don't know. Moving on here, we have this little speeder bike that's meant to be for Crosshair. And so, to put him in, all you have to do is take off his blaster rifle, and you could attach it to either side, and then you just put him on the seat here. Because it's too complicated while I'm filming, I'm not gonna attach the handles, and same for the next build. But yeah, you just basically put him in there, and you would attach the handles. This is actually a design taken from a previous set called the 501st Legion Battle Pack. And, yeah, it's just redesigned for this set. As you notice in the front, this has some stud shooters. So, yeah, I'm not going to fire those, obviously. And the seat is blue. Those are, I guess, thrusters. And, yeah, this is very well designed. Next up, we have Tech's speeder bike. I'd say it's not as well designed as, the speeder bike right there, the other speeder bike, but it's for Tech, because not all characters can fit inside the ship itself. which we're about to take a look at. And yeah, you just put them in. You have these things which can move up and down. And then you have this front, which is nice. This back, which is nice. And yeah, that's about it for the speeder. Anyway, moving on to the ship. These wings right here, these two, can actually be moved down. And be advised, there is one problem. Sometimes moving them up and down can mess around with this area, and then it'll be easier to come off, but you don't want that. And this is the cockpit, but if you open this all the way up to reveal the interior, which I had to use a modification because this part right here is what holds it right now, but this is smooth in the official set, meaning you have to hold it from the bottom or else it's just gonna fall. And yeah, I had to do that so I wouldn't have to. But what you do, you just take some minifigures and put them in the spots right there and right here. Yeah, that works pretty well. And there's a little control panel right here. It's worth mentioning this piece, though not meant to, can be moved up and down like that. So, and then moving on over here, we have some more space for characters to sit inside. But I only use one in the Gonk Droid, because where else am I going to put the Gonk Droid? He can't ride a speeder after all. But there is a clip right here for you to put a knife or something, like a weapon. But you can actually lift this up to reveal a compartment space where you can put weapons like guns, and if you do it very well, you can even fit the hair or helmet pieces in there too. But we're just gonna go with that gun right now. So we're just gonna put the Gonk Droid in and Wrecker in. Now the Gonk Droid can't actually be attached to the studs because of its feet being studs with clips at the end, but Hunter can because, he's just a regular minifigure with stud holes at the back of his legs so he can sit down. And yeah, that is the interior. You can lift them up again if you want to fly like that, although I think this is more of a landing mode. You could just bring it down, and you could move these wings all the way down, which would be hard because of the way I'm filming this, so I'm not gonna. Moving to the back here, you can see these are like little thrusters. I assume that they'd be used to go into hyperspace. And this back here is actually like a little turret gun or whatever. You can just kind of rotate them. But be careful. If you move the cockpit back too far, these will come off. And the underside, actually, is what I'm going to show you next. And that is pretty nice how they covered it up with these studs back, with these bricks back here. And the wings. And these two right here are actually supposed to have those flick fire missiles, which, for obvious reasons, I do not have them in. I do not want to hurt anyone, even though I'm alone right now. But, actually, if you look back at the front right here, these two things are also supposed to be like little guns too, but they don't fire. And, yeah, that's gonna do it. I really like this set, and I do not regret buying it. I hope that if you have the money, you should buy it, and you should also watch the show too. This is Sid Dowk saying have a good day.